Hello and welcome to the District 14 3A District Tournament, or however you want to call it, for the track meet. I'm Jackson Dillinger.
And I'm Mariah Moctezuma.
Thank you for joining us on this beautiful night. We want to thank our sponsors, Red River Lumber. Their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. To make your retirement an adventure worth sharing, find them at dt-wm.com. And we want to remind you to shop local. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves your local relationships. Now, we're going to take a short break to get a recap of yesterday's events. All right, that was an amazing video of yesterday's event. I know one result is Aiden Boston taking first place in the high jump for Atlanta. So we're going to give you a quick run through of our events early on this afternoon, and later on we'll run through this evening's events. First, we have the national anthem coming up shortly in about 2 minutes. And following that, we have the 4x100 relay. That is JV boys, varsity girls, and varsity boys. After that's the 800-meter run by all three. After that is the 100-meter hurdles, just varsity girls. After that is the 110-meter hurdles, that is JV boys and varsity boys. That'll be this afternoon's events, and then we'll update you about 6 o'clock on the rest of the events for tonight. I'm looking for a great track meet today. It's a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for better weather. A nice, brisk 73 degrees, overcast, not too sunny, not really bright. You're not going to get a crazy sunburn out here. Just a perfect day for a track meet. All right, so we're getting final calls, and the national anthem will come up here shortly in about a minute. Getting a little anxious. I'm not running in this event, obviously, or in this meet or track at all, but gets me a little nervous, pulling for your school, pulling for your friends, but also getting to see the great competition in District 14.
At the Running Routes relay, we saw some people who, broke a new records. Yes, from a different school. We saw that, and we're hoping to see that today from all schools.
Yeah, not only personal records, but district records. I mean, ones that have stood for a long time. It's very possible with this 4x100 team and this 4x400 team, and all the relay teams. And every runner, really, it's very possible for there to be some records broken today.
Varsity girls 4x100 report, please. Varsity girls 4x100. Move the report. The JV boys 4x100.
All right. I think it's about that time.
Lane 4, Atlanta. Lane 5, Twin Cities. Lane 6, Hook. And lane 7,
Well, it should be that time for the national anthem. They're running a tight ship over here.
Power judges, please report to the start line to get the flag.
So some multi-sport athletes, or a multi-sport athlete, Will Davis, not able to compete today because of his regional tournament yesterday, for tennis. He got third place and had to forfeit that second place match due to a injury forfeit. Unfortunate for him, and that won't allow him to run today in the 800-meter run. I'm getting a look there at the start-finish line for the JV boys 4x100 relay. You can see Chase Kindred in the Atlanta outfit. All right, looks like we're going to skip over the national anthem.
Yeah. You want to sing it for us instead?
I'll pass.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to kill everybody that's listening's ears. Coach Miller directing traffic down there. What are you anticipating for this 4x100 meter relay?
Definitely just no injuries. For everyone to be safe. And, I mean, it's anyone's race, honestly. See everyone warming up down there?
Now it's time for our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, through frostlights and bright stars, through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we march were so gallantly sweet, and the rockets flare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the whole
And the PA announcer finally got his shot. He's been doing it all football season, and he finally got his turn. Like I said, somebody signed this man to a national anthem contract. Yeah, it struggles. It struggles a little bit, but I'm excited for this race.
Yeah, me too.
We want to thank our sponsor, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management, that make your retirement an adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com. If you want to fight through the finish line like these runners do, you can do that with your retirement through Dylan Thompson.
And win. With Dylan.
It's always a win.
Yes.
That last leg for Atlanta is Chase Kindred.
All right, going to check for exchange here. Third exchange is ready. First exchange is ready. Second exchange is ready. Starter, we can begin before.
All right, here we go shortly. We will start our first one. We will be on the road for this track meet. I don't know what I'm trying to say there.
On the track.
On the track.
There we go.
We'll be off running.
We say everyone that's ready.
Interesting choice from the Queen City runner. No blocks wanted for them.
Sometimes it's better to be different.
And they're off. New Boston off to the races. They keep a strong lead on that outside lane. Second leg, handoff, very good. Atlanta catching up, moving into that second place position. The third leg is the vital point. Atlanta flying up, catching up to New Boston now on that outside corner. Coming to the last leg, Chase Kindred gets the early start. Slow handoff for New Boston. It's going to be right down to the wire. Chase Kindred looks like he's going to take the one position. Now a battle for 3 and 4. Hooks passes up Braden Wiley. And that's going to end it up for us. Redwater, it looks like, in that final position. So Atlanta taking the 1 with New Boston following close in the 2. Hooks in the 3 and Queen City in the 4, I believe. That might have been Pewitt, excuse me, in the 3 position. Here shortly, we're going to get some results, and we'll know for sure.
This is final call for 800-meter run. Final call, 800-meter run. First call, 100 meters hurdle. First call, 100-meter hurdle.
Next up is our varsity girls 4x100. Here's our results.
Atlanta got first at 44.73. New Boston in second with 45.46. Paul Pewitt in third with 47.22. Queen City in fourth with 47.45. Hooks in fifth with 47.82. And Redwater in sixth with 48.14.
I will apologize in advance for us mixing up some schools wearing blue. It's a little harder to see the logos on the schools until they're finished from the press box up here. So I want to apologize in advance for that throughout this track meet.
This is the great lead. All the boys that are involved in that event.
What are you anticipating for this girls 4x100?
You know, my favorite part of track is seeing a very big lead. Like a huge gap like that shows something different. At track meets, that's what I like to see.
I want to see a good start
Yeah.
fuel a team. I mean, a good start can change everything for your squad. If you're off the line fast, everything should go good for your girls. So for Atlanta, it looks like it will be Shantoya Hurd ending out this this leg for the Rabbits. Coming up to the exchange. DeKalb in that first position on that outside lane. The exchange is good. Hooks and Pewitt, I believe, take over the 1 and 2. Now it's 3 wide for that first position. Handoff. And Atlanta's flying around that corner. Hooks and Pewitt right there. 2 and 3. Shantoya Hurd, handoff good. She's flying. She got a strong lead on number 1. Pewitt, strong lead for number 2. It's a fight for third between, I believe, Hooks and New Boston or DeKalb. I'm not sure. Comes down to the line. It will be the team in black taking number 3. Hooks getting 4. DeKalb taking 5. And New Boston getting 6, I believe. That's Queen City, the team in black.
In third place, running for Paul Hewitt, Denton, Austin Willis, Wright, and Bailey. In second place, New Boston, Smith, Rowden, Irvin, and Marshall. In third place, with a time of 44.727 seconds, Andrew Woodward, running for next race is going to be the Varsity boys 4x100. Running in lane 1, Redwater. Lane 2, Atwood.
All right, now we have the Varsity boys 4x100. And here shortly we will have results up on the screen for you. Here they are.
Atlanta in first with 49.15, Paul Pewitt in second with 50.29, Queen City in third with 51.87, Hooks in fourth with 52.17, and DeKalb in fifth with 54.15, and lastly New Boston in sixth with 54.9.
All right, so a real battle on those last 3 positions, but the first 2, 1 second gaps between their closest opponents. It's that's a feat by, I mean, anyone. If you can get a 1 second lead in a track meet, especially on 1 lap, that's something that's remarkable. Cooper Swanson will be starting off the first heat, or excuse me, the first leg for the Rabbits. Wells will take the last leg, and Chandler will take the third leg. And from this spot on the in the press box, I cannot see the second leg. And they're off. Looks like Hooks and Hooks and Queen City keeping that first. And Atlanta, they get the good handoff. Now they take the 1 position. Handoff to Chandler. They get a big lead off the handoff. Smooth on that one. Coming up to the last leg, that's Wells. Wells with the big lead. I believe that's New Boston in second. Or excuse me, New Boston in third, DeKalb in second. Queen City taking up the fourth position. Photo finish there actually for that fourth position. It might be close between Queen City and Pewitt. So just another dominating win for the Rabbits.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, the big gaps.
Real result is the Varsity girls win by 100. Third place for Queen City, Odin, Johnson, Young, and McCullough. Second place, Paul Hewitt, Perry, Cooper, Avery Perry, Cooper, Edison Perry, and Cooper.
Next up, we have the 800-meter run. JV boys, varsity girls, and varsity boys. That'll be in about 4 minutes. So following results, we'll take a short commercial break. Here are the
In
results.
first place, we have Atlanta with 41.51. Second, DeKalb with 42.87. Third, New Boston with 43.68. Queen City with 43.86. Paul Pewitt in fifth with 44.19. Hooks in sixth with 44.61. Redwater in seventh with 45.23.
We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
All right. So for this 800-meter run, looks like Atlanta will have Andrew Allen out there along with Grant Allen. So JV and varsity will run together.
You know, when I was younger, like in middle school, I thought Andrew and Grant were twins.
Really?
Yeah, they look just alike. They like copy and paste.
They do, and they're only 1 year apart.
Yeah.
I believe Atlanta also has Brennan Allen out there in that number 7 lane.
Yeah, looks like it.
All right, they're getting set.
Looks like everyone's stretching, getting ready, jumping up and down.
Now this is one of the hardest races to run. It's basically 2 straight laps of full sprint. It's I couldn't do it.
I couldn't even do one.
Yeah.
I know for
I couldn't do a 4x1, which is, I mean, that's just 100 meters.
last year in soccer, we had to run a mile around the track every day. It was very tiring. But they do it so much faster and so much, like, yeah. I don't know, it's very hard.
Of the Varsity boys, 4x100, third place, running for New Boston, Chester, Hall, Taylor, and Thompson. And second place running for DeKalb, Trout, Williams, Love, and Schlesinger. Running in first place, Cooper Swanson, Patton, Chandler, and Wells.
We get that second leg now as results are announced throughout the stadium. That was Mark Heelan batting on the second leg for the Rabbits. Runners are set. And they're off. We want to thank our sponsor, Red River Lumber. They make your shopping experience one to enjoy. Looking for anything in your household while, building your house or looking to improve it, Red River Lumber is the place to go. Their experienced staff makes your shopping experience amazing. Find them at redriverlumber.com as we have Brennan Allen in the first
And that looks like Andrew
First
and
position.
Grant right there behind him.
They are. Andrew is catching up very swiftly.
Wow, they make it look easy.
They sure do. Those long strides. Grant in that third position. So Atlanta is the 1, 2, 3.
Gosh, they're getting bigger.
So they're halfway through. So an obvious gap that you can't really miss here. You get it right there on your screen. Andrew Allen pulling away from the competition. The next best competition is Brennan Allen, not related. And then third place is Grant Allen, who is related to Andrew Allen.
All the Allens are in.
One would say they're all in this race.
That was, I almost laughed at that one.
So it looks like we're going to have an interesting finish for that second position as Grant is catching up to Brennan very quickly. They're going to turn it on this last straight. Andrew going to take an easy win. 2:10 is his time, 2:10.61, his unofficial time. And we have a close finish coming in. Grant Allen trying to catch up to Brennan Allen, but he cannot do so.
He was right there.
So 1, 2, 3 for Atlanta. Redwater Hooks or Pewitt finishing up in the 3 position. I believe that's Redwater, yes. And after that is DCAB, Queen City,
And more.
and another DCAB team and another Queen City team. And finally ending up is New Boston and Hooks. So the results will be Andrew Allen first place for varsity boys, 800 meter. Brennan Allen taking up first for the junior varsity boys, and Grant Allen taking second for the junior varsity boys, 800 meter run. So for this varsity girls, the Rabs will have Partain, Aurelia, and Ransom running, hoping to take this race by for Ransom.
Look at this funny guy right here.
Also 3 Redwater girls, and the same for New Boston. I believe everyone has 3 in this race.
Yeah, looks like it.
New Boston may have 4,
Yeah.
and then Queen City has 1. All right, so the 2 to look out for, Aurelia Giesler. She's known to dominate this event. And also Kaylin Partain is known to dominate this event. But you may have a sleeper that we haven't seen here. Personally, I haven't seen any of these girls run. So it'll be interesting to see the results today.
Along with Aurelia, we have Addie Giesler down there with her, her sister.
All right, and the gun is fired. They're off to the races. Partain taking an obvious lead. You can identify her by the darker hair and the different colored shoes. Massive lead for Partain out of the gate. In that second place position, we have a Redwater team. That's the money shot for Kaylin Partain. Halfway through for Kaylin Partain.
Wow, that's a gap.
That is an amazing gap. She has to push though. She has to keep that that gap up. Trying to set a personal record at this time.
Here we go as we have her coach cheering her on, telling her to keep pushing.
She's coming to the straightaway. There's been a change in the second, third, and fourth position. Redwater's falling behind. They're currently in fourth right now. It looks like two decap teams fighting for that second spot. Aurelia Giesler in the fifth position. She needs to turn it on the back way here.
We love to see all the support from the crowds, cheering on their family and their friends.
Kaylin Partain finishes with a unofficial 2:29.30. Decab takes the 2 and 3. Redwater gets the 4, and Atlanta claims the 5. Queen City with the 6, and we will have to update you with the rest of the results as close finish between Redwater and Atlanta. Pewitt takes 2 back-to-back positions. Redwater closes out their third runner. And New Boston holds up the end. Pewitt with the last spot.
In first for the JV boys, we have Andrew Allen, Brennan Allen.
Will Davis, that's a scratch. There's
and fourth, Estes. Fifth, Scott. Sixth, Peacock.
that Will Davis, that was Grant Allen
Yes.
running for Will Davis. He was scheduled to run, but had an injury yesterday. Cannot run today. This is the varsity boys. The JV and the varsity did not run at the same time. So for Atlanta, we have Chris Swanson, Eli Riojas,
And Matthew
and
Moore.
Matthew Morin. Queen City is in that 3 lane.
We have Ian Bard up there. That's a correction. Cooper Swanson, Ian Bard, and Matthew Morin.
Chris Swanson out in the lead first. New Boston in second right now. Morin pulling into that second position.
In third place for decaf is Ralston. Second place for decaf, Daniel. In first place with a time of 2 minutes 29.5 seconds.
Atlanta is the 1 and 2. Queen City's got the 3. New Boston with the 4. Atlanta taking 5, getting passed up by Redwater now. So going into the halfway mark, Morin has the lead, followed by Swanson.
Looks like Swanson and Morin are trying to go back and forth for that first place spot.
Yeah, on that backstretch, Swanson trying to make a push.
And there's a little gap between Atlanta and the cluster. With Ian Bard trying to catch up.
Coming on to that last straight, it's going to turn into a sprint. Chris Swanson, Matthew Morin. Matthew Morin pulling away with that 4x4 speed. Chris Swanson trying to keep up with him. Ian Bard takes the third position. Redwater in the 4. Hooks flying out of nowhere. So Atlanta takes the 1, 2, and 3. Redwater gets the 4. Hooks takes the 5, and Queen City gets the 6. Next up, we have our 100-meter hurdles. Just varsity girls.
For the varsity girls 800-meter run, we have Kaylin Partain for Atlanta in first, Daniels in second with decab, Ralston in third for decab, Latham in fourth for Redwater, Giesler in fifth for Atlanta, and Tyson in sixth for Queen City. I'm sorry if I mess up the names. Sometimes it's hard.
So we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back for the girls 100-meter hurdles.
New garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Many people go blind to the opportunities in their own town. Visit places like Terry's Treasure, Cobblestone Interiors, Rocking A Boutique, and many more to find your needs. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves relationships in your town. So remember to support the Ravs by getting some local grabs.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
Welcome back for our girls 100-meter hurdle.
For Atlanta, we have Amelia Jones, Eliana Edwards, and Riley Thompson.
So our lanes are going to be the 1 spot Pewitt, 2 spot Atlanta, 3 spot Atlanta, 4 spot Atlanta, 5 spot will be New Boston, 6 spot Redwater, 7th spot, Queen City. It appears there is no runner in the 8 lane.
All right, so we have the results as our score is 800 meters. And they are to understand on the 3rd place from Atlanta is Bard. 2nd place.
Now we have 800-meter varsity boys results.
With Morin in 1st for Atlanta, Swanson in 2nd for Atlanta, Bard in 3rd for Atlanta, Ashmore in 4th for Hooks, Runnels in 5th for Hooks, Kimball in 6th for Queen City.
All right, we're going to have a pretty long gap between when that race ended and this race starts. So we want to thank our sponsor, Red River Lumber. Their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. We also want to remind you to shop locally. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves your local relationships. Ryan, you know a little bit about shopping locally. You work at a local business.
I do. I work at Luigi's. It's pretty fun. It's my first job, actually.
You like it?
I do. It's pretty fun. I met a couple new people, and they're all fun to work with. Yeah, like there's no drama.
That's where the networking and the nice part about local businesses come in. I mean, you get to network with people in your area, and you don't have to deal with big corporate bosses hanging over your head who don't know the situation you're in.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, and I'm a waiter there, and it's good to connect with the customers who come in and just to hear, because sometimes they travel from big places and come eat at a small town, and it's good to hear about it.
Thank you for tuning in here on Rabbit TV and on Texarkana Game Day for the District 14 3A track meet. Atlanta taking first in every event to this point. Here shortly, we're going to take a break and then bring you back for the running of the 110-meter hurdle.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
New garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Many people go blind to the opportunities in their own town. Visit places like Terry's Treasure, Cobblestone Interiors, Rocking A Boutique, and many more to find your needs. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves relationships in your town. So remember to support the Ravs by getting some local grabs.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
All right, welcome back for the 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah, last time you said 110.
Yeah.
We can't all be smart.
Okay. Okay, you don't need to diss my intelligence. What's your ACT score?
I only took the pre-ACT. So
Exactly.
that doesn't count.
You don't have one.
It'd be high though.
Would it? Got some vendors in the background. You can see coffee shop.
Yes, it's Travelin' Tom's Coffee. It's really good. I got a small caramel frappe, and it's really good. Definitely recommend.
And then is that a snow cone shop
Kona
beside
Ice.
that? Kona Ice. Very nice for such a nice day. 72 degrees, cloudy. Sun starting to peek through now. And we have 4 minutes until this race starts. And they have to stay on schedule for this UIL event. They were told to by UIL. So we will have, pretty long breaks between races, certain races like the 800 meter and the 100 meter, just for setup time for these hurdles and things of the sort. We want to thank our sponsor, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. They make your retirement an adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com.
Don't forget the .com. Can't forget it.
Nope. Or else you won't go to a website.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's why I said don't forget it.
I want to shout out Mr. Whitehead, our AVP teacher, providing the hookup on the food from Luigi's local shopping.
It was very good. I know I worked there, but I've never had their pizza before, and definitely recommend.
She wants a raise.
Yeah. But if you do, ask for extra crispy on the crust, though. I hear it sounds better. Or tastes better.
Sounds better?
Tastes better. Yeah.
I've never heard a pizza talk, but
The name. For the Varsity Boys 100 by 10, it's 4 by 100, meter relay, Atlanta in first with 41.51, DeKalb in second with 42.87, Queen City in third with 43.86, Paul Pewitt in fourth for 44.19, Hooks in fifth with 44.61, and Redwater in sixth with 45.23.
all right, so just now coming in, New Boston got disqualified for an early start. So they scratched on the start and they were DQ'd.
And sometimes that happens. It happens.
Which is unfortunate for them because they did take a podium position. So had they not started early, had they not got that jump, they would have taken a podium position and moved on. But that slightly early start caused them to scratch. Unfortunate for them.
I'm sorry, I have the sniffles.
All right, runners are getting in their blocks now, so it's about time for us to start. 5:44 is the time.
We have about 30 seconds.
So lane one chooses not to go in the blocks. She almost started too early. Atlanta in the first position.
For Eliana Edwards.
Queen City looks like they have the slight lead in the second position. New Boston very close. It's a three-way coming across the finish line there. New Boston might have edged it out though. All right, so Atlanta obviously takes the first position in that one. Big lead for Edwards. And now we move on to the 110-meter hurdles for the boys, varsity boys and junior varsity boys. And it looks like in the JV boys run, the Rabbits will not have a runner.
We take that back. Cy Stroman.
Oh, he was a little late to the party.
And for the varsity girls 100-meter hurdles, we have Edwards for Atlanta with 17.53, Littleton for New Boston with 18.26, Tucker for Redwater with 18.35, Gladden for Queen City with 18.46, Amelia Jones in 5th for Atlanta with 18.59, Riley Thompson in 6th for Atlanta with 18.99, Knox for Paul Pewitt in 7th with 19.26.
I mean, if you look at that, that is, can we put that back up there real quick? That's really close in the 2 to the 6. I mean, less than, that's what, 7/10 of a second separating the 2 spot from the 6 spot. That is quite the photo finish. And I mean, just 1 second exactly separating 2 from 7. That's some great competition for the girls' 100-meter hurdles. The PA announcer will now announce them as we get ready for this boys' 110-meter hurdle.
Second place for New Boston, Littleton. In first place with a final time of 17.52 seconds from Atlanta, Ayana Edwards.
Pretty good crowd for this track meet here, showing their support for their school. Looks like we have 2 heats for this JV hurdles, possibly. I'm not sure if that back row is a second heat or if that back row is the varsity just waiting to go on. I guess we'll find out here shortly as they get in their blocks. Once again, that number 1 lane choosing not to start in the blocks, want to start in the upright position. They're off. Redwater out to a quick lead. 1 and 2 position for Redwater. Hooks in the 3. New Boston taking up the 5th and 7th position. And so, pretty competitive race. Redwater taking the 1 and 2, I believe. And we'll get official results here shortly.
This will be the varsity girls 110 hurdle. Lane 1 from Queen City, Alma. Lane 2 from Queen City, Varsity. Lane 3 from Alma.
So this is the varsity hurdles, not 2 heats of JV. So lane 1 and 2 is Queen City. Lane 3 is Atlanta.
Lane 7 from Queen City, Wooding. Lane 8 from New Boston, Goodbar.
I believe lane 4 is Redwater. Lane 5 is Atlanta. Lane 6 is Atlanta. Then we have 1 more Queen City runner, and then a New Boston runner.
And our runners for Atlanta are Cy Stroman, Darty, and Marquavius Richardson. The JV boys 110-meter hurdles is Owens in first for hooks with 17.88, LaRose for hooks in second with 18.79. DeBrell in third for Hooks with 19.48. Hartridge for Redwater in fourth with 20.19. I'm sorry. Walker in fifth for New Boston with 20.83. Wheat in sixth for Redwater with 21.63. Jacoby in seventh for New Boston with 24.10.
So a domination by Hooks in that JV 110-meter hurdle, taking the 1, 2, and 3, clearing the podium, as was just announced over the PA system. Runners are getting set. Cy Stroman, Markeelan Batten. No, never mind. Hold on. I'm wrong. Stacy Darty.
And Marquavius Richardson.
Yeah, my bad. I'll take credit for that one. I was just eyeballing it. And they're off to the races. Cy Stroman takes a lead out of the blocks. Darty keeping it close. Redwater fighting for it. Darty knocking some over, though.
And Hooks takes first.
Hooks takes the 1 and 2. Darty and Stroman take 2 and 3. So just to recap on that, Hooks number 1, Atlanta 2 and 3, and then we will get more final results in a second. Following this event, we will have the 4x200 meter relay. No, excuse me, the 100 meter dash, not the 4x200 meter relay. And we have our varsity boys 110 meter hurdles results. Number 1, we have Jeffs from Hooks, 15:24. Number 2, we have Stacy Darty with a 16:06. Number 3, we have Cy Stroman with a 17:17. Number 4, we have Marquavian Richardson. That is a 18:31. Number 5, we have Trayvon Horsley, 18:76. Number 6, we have Sebastian Ailman, 19:82. 7th, we got Jonathan Goodner, 20:38. And finally, 8th, we have Clint Wooding with a 20:39. Close finish there for 7th and 8th. We'll be back in a few minutes after a word from our sponsors.
New garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Many people go blind to the opportunities in their own town. Visit places like Terry's Treasure, Cobblestone Interiors, Rocking A Boutique, and many more to find your needs. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves relationships in your town. So remember to support the Ravs by getting some local grabs.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
All right. So they're moving the next event, which was scheduled for 6:10, up to 6 o'clock. And so it's time for us to update you on the events for the rest of the night. Next up, we have the 100-meter dash. JV boys, varsity girls, and varsity boys will be running the rest of the events for the entire night. So I'll just list them off with their times. They should be scheduled 10 minutes earlier than they were, so I'll list off the new scheduled times. The 4x200 meter relay will be at 6:15. The 400 meter dash will be at 6:35. The 300 meter hurdles will be at 6:55. The 200 meter dash will be at 7:15. The 1600 meter run will be at 7:35. And the 4x4 finishing out the night will be at 8 o'clock sharp.
On the dot.
Those times are, they are able to change and move around to become sooner. So keep that in mind. But that 100-meter dash will start soon in about 4 minutes. NBA fans, it's becoming that time, it's playoff time. I mean, tomorrow we have playoff basketball. The Clippers and the Suns will face off in Phoenix, and the Warriors and the Kings will face off in Sacramento. Two great series that, do you know anything about that, Mariah?
No, not quite. I watched a Suns game in Dallas. In Dallas. Against Dallas when we went with Becca. It was pretty good. It was a good game.
Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks not able to pull through to the playoffs, although they did hold the 1 seed about a month and a half ago for a day. And so a heartbreaker for the Mavericks fans. So runners are getting into their areas for this 100-meter dash, JV boys. Not a lot of action going on down there. So up until the 100-meter hurdles for the girls, it had been Atlanta all the way.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been in the Redwater and Hooks region. They're dominating those two events so far. And now we're going to see this JV boys 100-meter dash, and we're going to look at the results of that.
Yes, we will.
Do you have any expectations for this 100-meter dash, or do you think the results are going to change from where they started, or do you think they're going to stick with where they started and go back to the Atlanta favor?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm actually unsure.
I think for the JV boys, I think it'll probably change to another school's favor like it has been for the past few races. But once we get to the varsity area, it's too competitive for me to make an estimation.
Oh, yeah.
But in track, you really never know. Anything can go any way.
Yeah. Some practice more than others. Some, flip a switch. You never know.
Yep. Some days your legs are feeling like they never have in a good way, and other days they're noodles.
Yeah. Mine are always noodles, so.
All right, it's 6 o'clock, so we should be getting started here soon.
Second call for the 4x200. Second call 4x200.
We want to thank our sponsor, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. They make your retirement an adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com. We also want to thank our sponsor, Red River Lumber. Their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. And we want to remind you to shop local. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves your local relationships. An example of that is that environment around you, like that nice Atlanta park we got a few years back. That was funded by you. You shopping locally helped make that park.
Get a good zoom in. For Atlanta, looks like we have Jalarian Owens, Braylon Rowe.
I believe that's Demori Limbrick, too. I cannot tell.
That seems to be a freshman.
Yeah, Demori Limbrick is taller than that. I can't tell.
I know his name, I promise, I just can't think of it. We'll see in the results, hopefully.
And I don't believe the start line got the memo of starting at 6 o'clock.
You know, extra time never killed anyone.
That's the runner stretch a little more.
I think the freshman's name is Kenneth. I think it's Kenneth. I could be wrong. What are your expectations for this race?
I think it'll be a tight finish. I'm looking for a photo finish and really able to use that electronic timing device down there to differentiate the winner.
Yeah.
All right, runners are getting ready. And they're getting in their blocks. and they're off. It's tight in the first place position.
Creating an arrow shape, looks like it.
Really close finish here from Atlanta and New Boston. Not sure who edged it out. We'll see in a few from the electronic timing system. All right, we have some special guests. We got Willie D and Grant Allen. They want to call a race. I'm going to let them call the Varsity girls 100-meter dash.
All right. Thank you, Jackson.
And then Grant can call the Varsity boys 100-meter dash.
All righty.
All right, so Willie, you want to update us on your situation with regional tennis yesterday?
Yeah, so basically I was playing my second place match, and I was doing good, won the first set, and then started playing the second set, and I cramped up super bad, and I just could not continue, unfortunately. So I had to retire due to injury, and because of that injury, I'm not able to run today, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, and so we saw earlier on the timing machine that Will Davis got third in the race.
But that was actually Grant Allen. That was not Will Davis.
Yeah, we figured that out through process of elimination, but apparently you got third.
Hey, man, I'll take it however I can get it.
All right, what are your expectations for this? You know the track team a lot better than I do. I saw on the recap from yesterday, Jadae Larry took first, Anne-Marie Hanner took second. So we're looking for that as we have some results you can list off.
Well, I mean, Braylon Rowe, he's been running great all year, and I just think Emery and JD have been running also. They've been running great all year. If I expect them to get, both of them get top 3 here in this race. JD will probably get first, and Emery will probably definitely advance to area, which is the top 4 runners.
Area is also here next week.
Yeah.
You can find that here on Rabbit TV. All right, so they're in their blocks.
Yep, here we go. Set, go, and they're off. Oh, JD got a pass off the blocks. Oh, but she's going on that stride. Oh, she's taking a lead. Oh, she's got first hand with Amber Hanner. Oh man, it looks like she's gonna get 5th. Oh, that's unfortunate. But JD ran a great race.
So Larry is gonna take the first position, move on to area, and we'll get official times here shortly as the 100-meter boys is approaching. Thank you, Willie D, and it's going to pass off to Grant Allen now.
Sir, thank you, Jackson.
Howdy, Jackson. How are you?
Oh, wait.
You're on now.
I'm
You're
on
new to
now?
the second
All right.
go.
Well, this is my first time doing this, so, you know, trying out something new.
So who do we have running this 100-meter?
Let's see, is that Amani? That's Cam right there. Got some good talent. It's 100.
All right, so what are you expecting for the result of this race?
I'm expecting Amani to get out there real fast. I don't know. I don't watch much of the 100, but, you know, I'm a distance guy. You know how it is.
All right, so our varsity girls 100-meter results. Jadae Larry, she takes first with a 12.78. Second is Cooper with a 12.96. Third is Turner. Fourth is Johnson. Fifth is Hanner. Sixth is Mina. Seventh is Perry. And eighth is Shaw. So right there, Anne-Marie Hanner just one out from advancing the area. She run any other events to advance?
That's a good question. Couldn't tell you. She's run the open 400. Bet she's good in that.
Well, that's 2 events away. She has some time to gather her breath. All right, I'm going to hand it off to you, Grant.
All right. They're off. Who's there right there?
DeKalb took the 1 position. And I believe that's Hewitt in the 2 and 3. And then Redwater with the 4 and Atlanta 5 and 6. All right, boys. Well, you want to take us to commercial?
Sure. Commercial break.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
Many people go blind to the opportunities in their own town. Visit places like Terry's Treasure, Cobblestone Interiors, Rocking A Boutique, and many more to find your needs. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves relationships in your town. So remember to support the Ravs by getting some local grabs.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
New garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Welcome back. That was Grant Allen with his amazing commercial break take. That went like commercial break.
No, that was probably the best.
That was magnificent. Somebody sign this, man. As we have our results, Varsity Boys 100-meter dash, you take it over.
Keandre in first place for DeKalb, 11:11. Johnson for Paul Pewitt, 11:20. James Bird for Paul Pewitt in third with 11:43. Fourth, Emmanuel for Hooks with 11:53. In fifth, Cameron Dickerson for Atlanta with 11:63. In sixth place, Amani Jackson in Atlanta with 11:67. Wow.
So not the finish the Rabs wanted, but an amazing
close
race by Keandre. I'm not going to say that last name because I will butcher it, and I don't want to be responsible for butchering the last name. That's an amazing time for a high school sprinter. I look for him to go deep into the playoffs of track. So the way that the track meets work, this is district. This is where you qualify for area. Area will be streamed here on Rabbit TV next week, hosted by Atlanta. After area, you go to region. After region, that's where you go to state.
Yeah.
That's the big boy right there. Go to state, that's where you take care of it all, and you try to win it all.
Yeah.
So our next event is the 4x200 meter relay. That's scheduled for 6:15, which is 1 minute away. Now back on schedule. This will be the junior varsity boys.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Ready?
That's like a Taylor Swift song, right?
Yeah.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Whitehead would know a lot about that. He's a Taylor Swift
I
fan.
would too. My girlfriend is obsessed with Taylor Swift. Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mariah, I'm disappointed.
Oh.
It's the Daniel Tiger song.
I don't know this. I'm sorry. You want to sing it for us, though? We'd love to hear a good singing.
You know, surprisingly, I'll pass on that one.
Guess I'll never know.
You know, our tech director would like to sing it, though.
No.
Oh, she turned that one down.
Yeah.
So, what are you expecting here? You see New Boston starting out with that far side, that 8-lane.
Yeah.
That's an advantage, but also a curse at the same time. You have the curves to deal with, the long curves, but you also get that large lead from the first position. And so it's a blessing and a curse in disguise, but right in the middle is where you really want to be. So Atlanta's got that position locked down right in the middle. And the runners are getting set in their blocks.
And they're off.
There is no change in the order to this point. New Boston will be the first with the handoff. They're slow on their handoff, though. That gives Hooks a chance to catch up, and Atlanta's off to the races.
Wow. We're speeding up very quick.
New Boston in the 1, Hooks in the 2, Atlanta in the 3, Pewitt 4, Queen City 5, and Redwater in the 6th position. Coming up to our second handoff. Slow on the transfer for Atlanta and New Boston. Hooks again smooth with it. That might be their savior in this race as they are cutting that lead very close. Atlanta able to fight back. They may take the 2 position. It looks like they will. Right there, they're very, very close on that spot. They take it. New Boston still holding where they started. And a slow handoff might hurt them there. It looks like it will hurt them as Atlanta gets a big lead coming into the straight. They are 3 wide for the 2nd position. Now just 2 fighting down. New Boston and Pewitt. Atlanta needs to finish through. They will. New Boston and Pewitt right there at the end. That one's going to be a photo finish.
Yeah, that was very tense.
Looks like Hooks came in the 5th position and Redwater in the 6th position. That was a great race. Atlanta coming from the 4 position. And they were able to fight back and take the victory right there. Next up, we have our varsity girls 4x200.
For the JV boys 4x200 meter relay, we have Atlanta in first with 136, Paul Pewitt in second with 137, New Boston in third with 137.95, Hooks in fourth with 139, Queen City in fifth with 140, Redwater in sixth with 143.
We're going to be right back after we show you a recap of yesterday's events coming into the finals tonight. right, welcome back for the girls 4x200 relay. Atlanta taking first in the 4x200 JV. All right, so this next leg, or this next race, what are you expecting from these girls?
I'm expecting a lot of competition, definitely. And the last race was a little tense, but for this one to be more tense, more on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, you look for a closer finish for first. That last race, it was a closer finish for second. You don't want a close finish for second. You want 3 or 4 wide, coming to the line. You gotta use that system to find who the winner is. You can't tell by the eye. That's what you want. That's what really fuels energy, you know. It's what fuels the drive for, you know, running track.
Alrighty, so we're watching for the game. All right, so under the exchanges already, we can begin the varsity girls 4x200.
All right. This is where the atmosphere comes into the race, right at the end, down that last straightaway. That's the most important time of the race, and you can really feel it and hear it in this crowd as they get on their feet and start to cheer for their squad.
Yeah, you slowly see everyone start standing up.
You know, a few big passes, and then out of nowhere, everybody starts, you know, getting loud, and a few big things happen. You gain some energy, and you got to fight for the finish.
Yeah.
They're ready to go. And now they're off. Good start for New Boston on that outside lane. Atlanta fighting up for that second position. Closing in on, I believe that is Paul Pewitt. Atlanta's first for the handoff. That's Larry. Close battle for that first position. Coming out of the corner, Atlanta in the first position. Pewitt in the second. New Boston following up in third. Close battle for 4 and 5 as Hooks and Decab are right beside each other. And another handoff, that's Michaela King. Third leg, Atlanta is way ahead now. No one really in a tight battle for any position right now. Atlanta in the 1, Pewitt in the 2, New Boston with 3, Decab with 4, and Hooks following up with number 5. It's going to come down to this last leg. Shantoya heard. She heard what they were saying, and she is gone.
Yeah, Shantoya knows how to get it done.
This is her second relay of the night. As for many of these girls,
Yeah.
she's coming to the line. About 1:42 should be her time. It's going to be actually 1:45.11 for Shantoya Hurd. Pewitt takes the 2, New Boston with 3, Decab 4, and Hooks closing up in the 5.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but she also ended the last relay for the girls?
She is the last leg on the past 2 relays for the girls, and you can just see why. You need that to be your strongest leg, and she's doing that for the girls.
Oh, yeah. If someone asked me to race against her, I would already give up right then.
I'd cry.
Yeah.
So next up, we have the varsity 4x200, the varsity boys 4x200.
The varsity girls 4x200 meter relay. We have Atlanta in first with 145.61, Paul Pewitt in second with 149.36, New Boston in third with 150.84, DeKalb in fourth with 152.61, Hooks in fifth with 154.93.
And you can see that's a pretty spread out result. I mean, Atlanta 4 seconds nearly ahead of Pewitt, and then everybody else is separated by at least a second or more. And so just not too competitive of a race right there.
So I take back what I said earlier.
Well, we wanted a competitive race. That doesn't mean that we were going to get a competitive race. But you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Yeah. Up next, we do have the varsity boys. I think this is, you know, I think we'll also see a larger gap because at first, on the girls, we didn't see a big gap at first, but towards the end, it became more sporadic between the different runners. We see some of the boys getting set up.
We see your comments supporting your schools. Brandon Bruce on Texarkana Game Day. Thank you for supporting the Hornets. Thank you for all our viewers on Rabbit TV. All handoff positions already. The Atlanta lineup will be Cooper, Batten, Chandler, and Wells. I believe that's Cooper, Swanson. So Swanson, Batten, Chandler, and Wells.
Here we go, and we're off.
Atlanta closing that gap between themselves and New Boston. Atlanta with the first handoff. Very smooth. That allows them to get a great start. Isaiah Chandler with an amazing run around that outside, that number 3 lane. Or excuse me, number 4 lane. They take the second position at this point. Excuse me, that was Batten. Now it's Chandler. Chandler off to the races. Big lead for them, and a slow handoff for the Hornets really hurts them. And big lead for Isaiah Chandler. Second place is New Boston at this point. Brandon Wells, and nobody's going to catch him.
Yeah, no, he's fast.
He is already basically out of the curve, and the others are halfway through. Big lead for Brandon Wells.
Wow. That is quite the gap.
And that gives you some hope. And Coach Miller, very excited, and possibly a new best for them. Great running by those boys.
I think that was probably the best one I've seen tonight.
believe that was a 1:26:33 unofficial time. We'll get the official time here shortly. Our next event will be the 400-meter dash, which is another very, very exciting event. One straight lap of full sprint. I mean, that's all you can really ask for, is just everyone giving it their hardest for one entire loop. And we're going to get to see that here shortly. About 3 minutes until that is scheduled to start. Now we have our official times. Mariah.
We have Atlanta in first with 126.73, New Boston in second with 131.43, Queen City in third with 132.39, Hooks in fourth with 133.64, Redwater in fifth with 134.95, Paul Pewitt in sixth with 135.59.
Awesome. Good job, Mariah.
About 5 seconds between first and second. It's like it.
Yeah, that's 4.5 seconds is, wow.
Yeah.
So, as we stated, it will be Atlanta 1, New Boston 2, Queen City 3.
And running at the time of 1 minute, 26.7 seconds, 49, and Cooper's Boston, Chandler, and Will.
All right, so coming up for this 400-meter dash, I want a close finish. I'm wanting a close finish on all of these races, but this is the one I really, really want a close finish on. Getting to see everybody push themselves to the limit for an entire lap. It's one of the most exciting events in all of sports, and definitely in the track and field area.
Tom Carvey and Kona Ice. And Kona said the proceeds for that are going to the junior class. So if you want to go there and visit with the Tom Carvey Circle, the Kona Ice Truck, I would appreciate your support. And I'll put that under the value of junior class. This next event is the Jamie Boys 400-meter dash. Well,
so lane 1, we're going to have QC. Lane 2 will be New Boston, I believe. Number 3 will be Atlanta. Number 4 will be Queen City. Number 5 is Paul Pewitt. Number 6, I believe that's Atlanta again. And 7, DeKalb. Nope, excuse me. I have messed up slightly, I believe. Lane 1, Queen City. Skip a lane. Lane 3, Atlanta. Lane 4, Atlanta. Lane 5, Queen City. Lane 6, I believe that is Paul Pewitt. Cannot tell from this distance, either Paul Pewitt or Hooks. Lane 7, either New Boston or Atlanta once again. And then lane 8 is DeKalb. So with that time that the Atlanta 4x200 boys just ran, that would have gotten them second place by 0.4 seconds at the state meet last year. So I think that's one to be proud of. They didn't qualify for that last year, if you remember, and so they did qualify for the 4x1, which they took first place in, and they qualified for the 4x4, which they took fifth place in. But that would have gotten them second. So they definitely proud of that time. Runners are getting set for the JV boys 400-meter dash. They're off. Good start for all runners. Kindred in the 4th position. Catching up, though. Now 3-way tie for the 2nd position. 4 wide for the 1st position. Kindred now gaining that lead. Kindred with a big lead now. Chase Kindred, large lead. Needs to hold on for this last 100 meters. Looks like he will. Now there's a fight for 2nd place. Atlanta, Queen City, and Redwater, or Hooks or Pewitt, one of the 2 or 3. So it will be QC taking 2nd, the team in blue taking 3rd. That's Pewitt, Paul Pewitt. So Atlanta in 1st. So as you heard there, for the JV boys, large lead for Atlanta in the point totals. And now we have the varsity girls coming up. Atlanta, another large lead. And now varsity boys. And another massive lead for the Rabbits.
Wow. For the
And
we have the 400-meter dash. Chase Kindred in 1st for Atlanta with 55.09. Sailors in for Queen City with 57.60. Smith in 3rd for Paul Pewitt, 57.87. Bird in 4th for Atlanta with 58.56. Aiden Bolt in 5th for Atlanta with 59.98. Parker in 6th for Queen City with 1. Scott in 7th for DeKalb with 1.
So the point totals go up for the Rabs after that win by Chase Kindred. And now we're going to have the girls 400-meter run.
First ball, 200-meter dash. First call, 200-meter dash.
So to keep you updated, following this event, we will have the 300-meter hurdles. Then we'll have the 200-meter dash. Following that is the 1,600-meter run. And then finally, the 4x400-meter relay, which is one of the most electric events to end a night on.
Yes.
A reminder to the hurdle crew. We have the varsity girls 400 dash, and the varsity boys 400 dash, and then we will be setting up for the 300-meter hurdle. Girls 300-meter hurdle.
All right, so predictions for this 400-meter dash. I have a tight finish. Shantoya Hurd, you saw her run that relay. She may be a little tired from that relay. That might inhibit her from doing her best in this one. Or she just brushes it off and she comes out here and she blows the competition away.
Definitely think she'll brush it off because she could be doing anything and just go right back into racing, honestly.
I mean, we know that girl's resiliency. She's out here practicing every day with Coach Miller and this track team. And wait, I might need to disregard everything I said. I don't know if Shantoya's out there. I think you need to disregard everything I just said. I am sorry. Yeah, I had the wrong runner.
Try again.
It's Michaela, not Shantoya. I can't really see faces from up here.
Here we go, and they're off.
Three wide. Now separating a little bit, Atlanta in the one position. Going into turn 3, Atlanta holding the one position. Keep an eye on the inside lane. They can make a good run there. Inside lanes are catching up. Now, Atlanta falls out of the lead position.
Decab in first.
Redwater in second. Atlanta, all three runners fighting for that third spot. They're making a push for the second spot. Can they get it? It looks like she will. Atlanta fights and gets the second spot.
That is Asia Hurd.
Redwater takes the third. Atlanta 4-5. Decab gets 6, and New Boston will follow up with 7. Another great display of the wheels by those girls right there. Here's our results for the varsity girls 400-meter dash.
In first, we have Daniels for Decab with 1 minute 2 seconds 40.43. Asia Hurd for Atlanta, 1 minute 3 seconds 51. Garner for Atlanta, 1 minute 3 seconds 75. Gabby for Redwater in fourth with 1 minute 3 seconds 92. Michaela Martin in fifth for Atlanta with 1 minute 4 seconds 20. Serenity Owen for Queen City with 1 minute 6 seconds 31. Hope in seventh for DeKalb with 1 minute 10 seconds 69. Kreider in 8th place for New Boston, with 1 minute 12 seconds 39. Second through fourth place had very close, very, very, very close. We're unsure if you heard, but we have Eli Riojas, Alan Leach, and Cameron Dickerson, I believe, running for us on this race.
All right, the runners are in the blocks. Now they're setting their off. Riojas with a strong fight. Large lead on that outside lane, but that might disappear in this corner. Coming out of the fourth corner.
Cameron
Dickerson and DeKalb are tied. DeKalb pulling ahead. Riojas trying to fight up there. Dickerson's losing steam. DeKalb will take the 1 spot. Riojas 2. Pewitt and Redwater close there for the 3 spot. So for the JV point total, we will update you on points right now. Atlanta sitting in first with 121 points. Hooks in second, tied for second with Queen City with 69 points. New Boston in fourth with 58. Paul Pewitt in fifth, tied in fifth with Redwater with 40. And DeKalb in seventh with 11. Now for the varsity girls point total. Hooks is in seventh with 21. DeKalb in sixth with 38. Redwater fifth with 44. New Boston fourth with 53. Queen City third with 58. Paul Pewitt second with 68. And Atlanta sitting in first with 133. And now to the varsity boys here in a second. New Boston sitting in seventh with 18. Redwater in sixth with 22. Hooks in fifth with 32. Queen City in fourth with 44. DeKalb in third with 57. Paul Pewitt in second with 68. And Atlanta in first with 131. So very, very large lead for the Rabbits in all 3 categories. And now we have our results from the 400 boys dash.
We have Granbury for Queen City with 51.49 in first. Eli Riojas in second for Atlanta with 52.06. Zach in third for Paul Pewitt with 52.79. Brandon in fourth for Redwater with 52.90. Cameron Dickerson in fifth for Atlanta with 53.02. McCall in sixth for Hooks with 53.77. Veals in seventh for New Boston with 53.88. And Alan Leach in eighth for Atlanta with 54.91.
These uniforms are very, very hard to tell apart.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta and New Boston are easy to tell apart. They're both maroon, but they have different color schemes. But for Redwater, Hooks, and Paul Pewitt, they might as well be the same school. And then there's Queen City and DeKalb, who have the exact same color scheme.
You just have to look on the front.
You just have to wait till the race ends to get the camera shot and see whose school it was. So next up, we have the 300-meter hurdles. That is scheduled to happen in about 2 minutes. We're going to be back.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
Welcome back. We want to thank our sponsor, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. To make your retirement an adventure worth sharing, find them at dt-wm.com. Red River Lumber. Their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at
redriverlumber.com.
And
we want to remind you to shop locally. It not only helps the local shops around us, it improves your local relationships. There are many places downtown that it doesn't matter who you are, what you like, there's something downtown that you'll find.
There you go. Up top. Down low, yeah.
Can't reach up top, I'm too short.
We know. Yeah, let's stop with the pin click, please.
Some people might like it, you never know. Beats.
We want to thank some of our viewers. Rebecca Ivory, thank you for watching. Charlotte Stanley, Becky Fouch, Miss Boyce, Randall J. Thompson, or excuse me, Thomason. Took me a little bit. Thank you all for watching.
Sorry for the squeaks. We're getting an open view.
We're grabbing some fresh air from the amazing outside of Atlanta, Texas. Yeah. The pollen-filled air.
Sorry for be sneezing in a little.
Okay, so this one's going to be a little out of order. Varsity girls go first. Their hurdles are slightly lower, and then it'll go to JV boys and varsity boys.
We see the ladies already prepared, set up. For Atlanta, it looks like we have Jalea Brown, Eliana Edwards. Can't quite see from here. Amelia Jones and
That's a New Boston runner. I'm not sure who all. We'll have to wait until they get over here to name off lanes and
but for Atlanta, Amelia
positions.
Jones, Eliana Edwards, and Jalea Brown. They're pretty fast, but it's about the jumping that matters.
You know, I'm going to do a little self shout out here.
Oh.
Shout out to the Atlanta tennis team. First time in Coach Drake's reign that we've gotten 2 medalists at the regional tournament.
Wow.
Or 2 teams that have medaled. We have 3 total medalists, 2 teams that have medaled. Myself and Landon Moore as doubles in 3rd place, and Will Davis, as you heard earlier, in 3rd place singles.
Good job. Go
Thank
tennis.
you. Thank you.
I think I've only seen one tennis tournament, and that was JV. It was still interesting. Definitely go support our tennis.
Next year.
And they're off.
Good start. Redwater falling behind early. Queen City moving out to a good lead. Queen City coming into the straightaway with a first place hold.
And Decab at 2nd.
Amelia Jones in 3rd.
With Eliana Edwards not that far behind her.
So Queen City will take 1st. Decab takes 2nd, and Atlanta takes 3rd, 4th, and 6th. Redwater bringing up the end of the pack.
Up next, we'll have our JV boys. We're gonna have to reset and get ready for the next race.
And shortly before that race starts, we should have some results for this varsity girls race. Ashton. Well, here we have our results. The varsity girls 300-meter hurdles. First place, we have Tony McKellen with a 47.97 from Queen City. Second place, we have Kylie from DCAB, 49.45. Number 3, we have Amelia Jones with a 50-41. 4th, we have Edwards with a 52-33. 5th, we have Littleton from New Boston with a 54-19. 6th, we have Jalea Brown with a 54-83. 7th, we have Presley Sparks from DeKalb with a 56-88. And last, we have Kaylin Tucker from Redwater, 58-78. All right, they're getting set. I'm very excited for this race.
Yeah.
They're off. Slow start for Queen City.
Second ball, 1,500 meters. First ball, 4.54.
Great start for, I believe that's Paul Pewitt. No, excuse me, that's Hooks. They're holding that one position, although there is a tight second with Atlanta. Atlanta looks like they pulled ahead. Very, very close. Hooks clips a hurdle. Atlanta in the one position, and they finished through in the one. Looks like it was Atlanta, Redwater, Hooks, possibly. We should get official results very soon.
The respective events are going to be the Varsity boys 300 there. In lane 1 will be Boston Brookwood. Lane 2
Here we go, we're getting the varsity boys ready for the hurdles, 300-meter hurdles.
I believe that is New Boston, Atlanta, Redwater, I think.
And for Atlanta.
No, excuse me, hold on, I'm going to correct myself right now. New Boston, Atlanta, Pewitt, Redwater, Atlanta, Atlanta, Redwater, New Boston? There's got to be a Hooks in there somewhere. We'll find out when they get closer.
For Atlanta, looks like we have Cy Stroman, Stacy Daugherty, and Marquavius Richardson.
They're off. Fast start for the Rabs. They have the 1 and 2 position out of the gate. Those inside lanes, this is their spot now.
They're flowing by with the breeze.
It's getting close between Daugherty and Redwater. Very close finish coming up. Daugherty takes a slight lead coming into the final hurdle. Daugherty will get the first place spot, followed up by Redwater and then Pewitt. Stacy Daugherty showing the resilience, fighting through right at the end. Very close race with the one in the lane directly beside him. I know that's got to be tough. You're right beside each other.
For the JV boys 300-meter hurdles, we have Warren for Atlanta with 46.58, Hartridge for Redwater with 47.17, Owens for Hook with 47.72, and third place.
Dibble in fourth, LaRose in fifth, Andrews in sixth, Wheat in seventh, and Parker in eighth.
This is the 200-meter run. This order, Davy Roy,
That was the JV results, and pretty soon we should have the varsity results too. And now we have the varsity results.
Daugherty in first for Atlanta, Jeffs in second for Hooks, Norns in third for Redwater, Cy Stroman in fourth for Atlanta, Kobe in fifth for Hooks, Marquavius Richardson in sixth for Atlanta, Goodner in seventh for New Boston, and Horsley in eighth for Queen City.
Trayvon Horsley, he's been running a lot of events. He's got to be tired by this point.
Yeah. You know, there's some that don't get tired. You never know.
So our next event is the 200-meter dash, one of the most electric events in the entire track and field, area.
Yep.
First place, with a time of 41.94 seconds, Darby.
So we are scheduled to have about 5 minutes until this race starts. So we're going to be back after a word from our sponsor.
New garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
Many people go blind to the opportunities in their own town. Visit places like Terry's Treasure, Cobblestone Interiors, Rocking A Boutique, and many more to find your needs. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves relationships in your town. So remember to support the Ravs by getting some local grabs.
Alrighty, and we are back. We're getting ready for the 200-meter dash for the JV boys. We can see them getting set up right now. As Jackson was saying, this is probably the most edge of your seat race. There are many ways to see how this race could turn out. Only time could tell. Atlanta looks to have lane 3 and 5. And Paul Pewitt in 2 and 8. Again, we're getting a close-up view and seeing them getting ready. You know, Jackson, I heard you say that this was the most intense race. How are you feeling about it?
I think by the end of it, they're all going to be out of breath,
Yeah.
exactly like I am right now.
Yeah, you ran.
I did. The outside lane, I don't really like having that outside lane if I'm running.
200 meters?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's a large disadvantage. Although you have quite the lead off of the, you know, the first runner, that seven lane, which isn't filled, so it might be a little bit of an advantage right now. You don't really have much space from, but now that that 7 lane isn't filled, that could be a pretty good advantage for him.
I agree. It looks like Atlanta has 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I could be wrong.
They're up and they're off. See, that's where that outside lane comes in. You have the longest distance to run, and Atlanta is just pulling away with that. The 1 and 2 spot is in Atlanta's favor. Batten, and no, excuse me, not Batten.
That is a freshman.
Batten's on varsity. I keep getting
different names confused.
Batten and Rowe mixed up. Braylon Rowe and Batten.
This next race is going to be the varsity girls who running lane 1 and will be first will be Boston. Lane 2 Cleveland from Vancouver. Lane 3 Team Carbonara. Lane 4 Greenwood from Hooks. Lane 5 Turner from Redwater. Lane 6 Gillen from Atlanta. Lane 7 Tanner from Atlanta. Lane 8 Lee Rowan from Australia.
Atlanta has 3 runners in this one as well. Our varsity girls. Here's the results.
For the JV boys 200-meter dash, we have Marshawn Woodbury for Atlanta with 23.10, Braylon Rowe in 2nd for Atlanta with 23.92, Bailey in 3rd for Paul Pewitt with 24.39, Swift in 4th with New Boston with 24.52, Linwood in 5th for Atlanta with 24.55, sorry. Ronnie in 6th with for Paul Pewitt with 25.32. Here we go, the girls are ready and should be off soon.
They're set, and they're off. Hanner pushing on that 7 lane. Those inside lanes are catching up now. Hooks with the lead. Close finish with Pewitt and Redwater on their sides. Hooks will take first. Looks like Redwater and Pewitt That's going to be a photo finish. And Atlanta has the 4, 5, and 6. Lane 1 is DCAB. Lane 2, New Boston. I believe lane 3 is Paul Pewitt, then Atlanta again. No, lane 4 is DCAB, then 5 and 6 and 7 is Atlanta.
The varsity girls 200-meter dash was Greenwood for Hooks in first, Turner and for Redwater in second, Cooper, King, Shamajala, Rowden, Hanner, and Burns.
They're off now for the boys 200-meter dash. The Rabs lead the race to this point. DCAB keeping it tight. That's Batten. Really close race between Batten and DCAB. It's going to come down to the end. And it's going to be tight. It's going to be close.
I was unsure on that one. It's very close. Definitely points of a second.
We'll see.
That one was hard to tell.
The unofficial time is 21:63. Shout out to Mr. Whitehead. Little cameo. Now here's our official results.
We have Keandre in first for DCAB, Batten in second for Atlanta with 22.28. First had 22.25. Cedric Johnson in third for Paul Pewitt with 22.65. Cooper Swanson in fourth for Atlanta with 22.86. Winky Williams in fifth for DCAB with 23.41. Amani Jackson in sixth place for Atlanta with 23.47. Sorry.
So the official time is 0.03 of a second separate first and second. That's
close.
That's really close.
It's right there.
I mean, that's like one frame.
Markeelan did have a tiny gap though, but that's amazing to see from that little gap to go first. If that made sense, sorry.
We are scheduled to begin the 1600 meter at 7:35, which is 13 minutes. So we're going to be back after a word from our sponsors.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
Many people go blind to the opportunities in their own town. Visit places like Terry's Treasure, Cobblestone Interiors, Rocking A Boutique, and many more to find your needs. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves relationships in your town. So remember to support the Ravs by getting some local grabs.
New garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
We're back.
Wow, that was
Back and ready.
That was solid.
Yeah.
It's like a, well, you know those 1-inch punches, Bruce Lee style. I was like, we went, and we're back. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I imagined in my head.
Power. All right, we do have updated scores. So in 7th for JV boys, DeKalb has 11. In 6th, Redwater has 48. In 5th, Paul Pewitt has 53. In 4th, New Boston has 62. In 3rd, Queen City has 79. In 2nd, Hooks has 81. And with a very, 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 very large lead, Atlanta has 167 points compared to Hooks' 81.
Wow. Could you do that, Jackson?
What? Any of this
Get
that
all
they're
those
doing?
points?
No.
No, I couldn't either.
All right. Now for the varsity girls. Hooks is in 7th with 31. Redwater is tied with New Boston and DeKalb for 4th with 56. Queen City's in 3rd with 69. Paul Pewitt is in 2nd with 74. And Atlanta has another very, 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 very large lead with 166 points.
Wow.
And now to varsity boys. New Boston is in 7th with 34. Redwater is in 6th with 36. Hooks is in 5th with 51. Queen City 4th with 66. DeKalb 3rd with 69. Paul Hewitt in 2nd with 82. And with a 107-point lead, Atlanta has 189, sitting in 1st.
It's not as very, but it's very.
No, it's more very.
It's more very, sorry. Take it back. My bad. On me. I wasn't paying attention. Just waiting for the berries.
That's
Too many berries
remarkable.
to say.
Yep, that'd be 107 varies.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, the next event is the 1,600-meter run. It is a beautiful night in Atlanta, Texas.
You step outside and go look at the sky. Cleared up.
This is those ones where it's like later on tonight, you're wearing a light coat, you know? A light coat. You get to go out and look at the stars.
You get out of your bed to look at the stars.
At the what?
Stars. Sorry.
At the stars.
The stars.
Get out of your bed to look at the stars.
Do you really?
No, I don't go to bed until I look at the stars.
Yeah. That's your bedtime story.
Yep. You know that movie? I forgot the name of it.
Who's in it?
The Rock.
Oh,
No. Adam Sandler.
Oh, like the bedtime story?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's what it reminds me of. Fourth. JV boys 1600 is approaching. Looks like we have Ethan Scott, Owen Flint, and Andrew Allen running for the Rabbits. They're off. 1,600 meters.
It's 4 laps.
It's a lot. It's 2 miles.
And they do cross country.
No, it's not 4. It's not 4 laps. Or it's not 2 miles. It's 1 mile.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay, we can't all be smart. You know, if we were all smart, no one would be
What's
dumb.
your ACT score? Exactly.
At the time.
Owen Flint has the lead. We want to thank our sponsor, Dillon Thompson Wealth Management. They make your retirement and adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com. Red River Lumber. Their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. And we want to remind you to shop locally. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves your local relationships. So, come on, Rabs, get some local grabs.
Here we go. First lap is done. Completed. Finished. There we go. Owen Flint still has the lead with Ethan Scott and Andrew Allen right behind him. going back and forth for that first place spot.
Large lead, which is good for the runners out front. You want to gain that lead in case you happen to slow down later on in that race. You're able to have that large gap that you can fall back on as kind of a cushion.
Second lap is done. They're on to their third. That's how they run in cross country, correct me if I'm wrong. They run in a little group.
Yeah, so they all start at the same time, and they just run as a pack. And
looks like they're continuing that right.
And then
right
there's
here.
some that fall behind, some that get ahead. It usually changes. And these three boys do run cross country, so they're together all throughout the year. They even sit at the same lunch table. So
And in class, they sit together as well. It's sports like these that create a bond, a closer bond. And they're running at sunset. Isn't that beautiful? Outside. Can't quite see it on camera, but it is very pretty outside. They're on to their fourth lap. Hasn't felt like 4 minutes.
all right, they're coming into turn 3. Position is Scott and Flint tied for first. Allen just behind them. And this is where they start speeding up. As you can see, it's a sprint now. Andrew Allen passing up Scott. He's chasing down Owen Flint. Andrew Allen will finish hard, and he'll take that first position.
I think he's been saving that.
Yeah, he has been saving it.
Looks
Flint
like
and Scott take the 2 and 3.
yeah, Andrew, Flint, and Scott. Wow, look tired.
Yeah, it's very tired.
Yeah.
So the 1, 2, and 3 are done. Large lead for the Rabs, and that will only up their point total. DCAB coming to the finish line.
For fourth.
Queen City will take 5 and 6. And then there is one more. And he finishes it out for the JV boys.
That was a good race.
Very good race. Strong finish for the Rabs as they take the entire podium.
Next up, we have the varsity girls for the 1,600 meter run. I believe we're also going to see some more cross country.
That's Yeah, this is probably their space for cross country. This is where you get away from the traditional sprinters in track and field and jumpers in track and field, and you go to Coach Allen's program that he's had for the entire year. Looks like Aurelia Giesler, Addie Giesler, and Ella for the Rabbits. Just from a far glance, I can't really tell fully.
We'll find out soon.
We want to thank our sponsor, Red River Lumber. Their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. You like Michael Jackson or something?
Yeah. For the .com, you gotta go. For Atlanta, we have Aurelia Giesler, Lucy Ransom, and Ella Stewart. 2 freshmen, 1 junior. I mean, they're all great at cross country. Hope to see great things.
Varsity below 1600, varsity below 1600 needs to reserve this time, please.
All right, what are you thinking for this race? Time-wise, how long do you think this one will take?
Ooh, last one was 4 minutes and some change. Thinking about the same. 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
I'm gonna go with a 5:50 or a 6 minute.
Let's see. We already have a lead for Atlanta.
Actually, I don't know. You might it might be closer to 5 minutes flat, maybe. We'll see whenever we get there. Large lead for her out of the gate.
Looks to be Lucy Ransom. Now she is the now county judge. His daughter, Travis Ransom. Many know him. Lucy's also very smart. Little genius. There she goes right behind Lucy. We have Ella Stewart and Aurelia Giesler. There we go with her first lap.
All right, coming out of turn 2, it's going to be Ransom, Giesler, and Stewart, followed up by DeKalb.
Right now we're at 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Might be close.
That gap is closing between Ransom, Giesler, Stewart, and DeKalb. Atlanta with the top 3, and Stewart makes a push, now leading at the halfway mark, 250. Entering turn 2. Ransom in the lead, Stewart second, Giesler third. Coming into turn 3, order is still the same. Stewart is getting a little closer.
They have a small gap between DeKalb, I believe.
Ransom and Stewart, the 1 and 2 on your screen. Giesler shortly behind them. Coming into the final lap, Ransom, Stewart, Giesler. They're looking to lap the opposition here.
Right now we're at 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Seems that Jackson's time will be right. First time will be right, promise.
Big gap, yeah. Big gap for Ransom now. And 1, 2, and 3 have lapped. And now 4.
Seems that Lucy's just ready to get it done. We have Emma Allen on the side cheering her on.
Ransom looking to improve her PB. She laps 1 more. And she's going to push through to the end. She'll take a victory for herself and move on to area.
Ella Stewart right behind her.
Aurelia Giesler getting pushed up on by the DeKalb runner. She's got to fight to the end.
About 5 seconds away. Aurelia Giesler is in third with DeKalb in fourth.
Redwater will follow up in 5th, followed by New Boston. Very fast finish for the Atlanta girls. 5:42 is the first place time.
As we just saw, all the support and love down there at the track.
It'll be a while before this race is over. That just shows you how fast those Atlanta girls were running.
Oh yeah, about a lap ahead.
And it looks like ending it out here will be hooks. It's a good way to finish right there. You always want to finish, you know, you push yourself to the limit. You dedicate yourself to training for this race, and you always want to finish it out.
Even if it's at someone else's pace or girl. Up next, we have the varsity.
The varsity boys.
Yes, varsity boys.
Looks like Atlanta will have Chris Swanson and Moreno. Nope. Morin. And Campbell Autry.
And they're off. Starting off with quite some speed. See the little flames behind them? See those little flames?
Sure.
I know the people at home can see the flames.
Later on, if we make a track video, can we edit some flames in, please?
Yeah.
Right there.
I think we could.
Oh, look at those flames they're leaving. Wow.
With some Lightning McQueen music. Good job.
Maybe for the area hype video.
Yeah.
You got that for me, Riley?
Here we go. We have Matthew Morin in first with Decab right behind him. This is quite a clustered group. I think in a few, maybe either this round or this lap or the next lap, it will be more sporadic.
A minute 12 goes by for the first lap.
There we go. Looks like Matthew Morin is still in the lead with Decab right behind him. And it looks like Decab's trying to get right in front of him. Matthew's tough though. I don't think he might not let him get in front.
We're only halfway home.
About 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Just 2 minutes, 30 seconds, completing the second lap. There we go, Decab stepping right back and forth between first and Matthew.
So Atlanta the 1, Decab the 2, Atlanta the 3 and 4.
There we go, we have the teams on the side cheering them on. I love how supportive all the teams are on this field and in the stands. You can hear all the families and friends cheering and all the teams on the sides.
Really close here going into the last lap.
We have Decab who took first. Matthew in second and Chris in third.
Campbell holding the 4th position down.
You know, a lot of this, especially with distance running, it's a mental thing. You have to...
It's you knowing you have to conserve until that last 1 to 200 meters. As Matthew's doing right now. That last 150, he's really turning the jets on right now. And we're at the 100. He's turning it on. Solid lead for Matthew as he comes into the finish in the number 1 spot.
Atlanta first, Decab in second. Looks like Atlanta in third as well.
4:51 is the unofficial time.
Atlanta in fourth, seems like. Campbell Autry.
And we have one more runner.
Boston.
All right, so following up this, we will have a really no break at all. And we will have our 4x4 relays to end the night out.
So the final race of the event, these three will be the JV boys, varsity girls, and varsity girls, 4x400 people relay.
All right. So looks like they'll get set up for the JV boys 4x4. All right. The results are in. Whoa, hey, you should probably fix your mic real quick. There you go. All right, all right, all right. let's end this night out on a good note. I think it's safe to say that the Rabs have won this track meet as a team with their previously 107-point victory, now higher. Now this is one of Atlanta's strongest events. JV boys lead 167 to 81. Second place is 81. That is Hooks. The varsity girls lead 166 to 74. Second place is Paul Pewitt.
And they're off.
And the varsity boys lead 189 to Paul Pewitt's 82.
As we can hear a little cheering. Love the supporting.
New Boston on the outside lane is flying, but when they come into this turn 3, that lead might go down as they are the outside lane. That stride is so smooth. Coming out of turn 4. New Boston still has a lead.
Atlanta trying to catch him.
Atlanta takes a lead now. New Boston in second. It's Braylon Rowe's turn, I believe.
Here we go, and he has quite the lead.
When you say quite the lead, you mean all of the lead.
Yeah.
You can see over there I can't tell who that is. I think that either is Ian Bard.
Yeah, that's Ian Bard.
Yeah, that's Ian Bard cheering on his teammates. He claimed third earlier and advanced himself to region. Area.
There you go, Braylon. You can definitely see those flames.
And New Boston turning the jets on, coming to the line here. Coming to the handoff area. And it's time for another refresh. Here they are. Atlanta turns the jets back on. New Boston catching up. That large lead for the Rabs is quickly diminishing. It's going to come down to this final leg here. I believe it's Chase Kindred for the Rabs.
Yeah, looks like it. There we go. We can, as we were talking about earlier, all the people standing up and cheering and screaming. But we love the support.
And Chase Kindred, he is he's rolling with this one. Large lead for him coming out of turn 2. He hasn't slowed down a bit halfway around. Kindred with about a 100-meter lead.
There he goes.
That lead is now down about 50 meters, but that's enough for Kindred to do the job.
Definitely.
Going for a PR probably. 3:43 for Kindred, first place. New Boston will take second, followed up by Queen City. After Queen City is Redwater, then Hooks, and then Paul Pewitt.
And so the varsity girls 4x400.
Next up is the varsity girls 4x400. This is our second to last event of the night. And now we have the results from the JV boys 4x4. Number 1 is Atlanta with a 3:43.93. You want it, Mariah? Okay, you can have it.
In second place, we have New Boston with 3:51.27. In Queen City, third place, we have 3:55.38. Hooks in fourth place, 3:55.88. Redwater in fifth with 3:57.93. And Paul Pewitt with 4 minutes, 0.66 milliseconds. Wait.
With 66 milliseconds,
There we go,
not
sorry.
point.
Sorry.
I mean, if you're measuring that far
Points.
down,
I don't know.
0.66 milliseconds. I don't know if that, how's that? Man,
Better than I could do,
I
though.
don't know how you could time that.
Results of the JV 4x400. In fourth place, Coach Henderson, Doyle, and Nathan Hicks. In third place, Queen City, Bird, Parker, Riley, and Jeffrey.
Looks like
In second place,
Edwards
Doyle, Smith,
for the never mind. No, that is New Boston.
Incorrect.
I'm trying to find Atlanta. Lane 4, right there.
That is Markavia Garner, I believe.
Will be the first leg, and then McKaylin King will be the second leg.
That looks like Shantoya Hurd to me.
Can't tell.
I think I'm right.
Not too far. It's either Toya or Michaela.
That's Shantoya Hurd.
They're off. Good start for all the girls. Atlanta now passing. Coming into turn 3, it will be in Atlanta's favor. They have the inside lane.
Here we go. We see Ian Bart again cheering on his teammates.
Very, very even coming into the exchange.
As it's given to Shantoya Hurd, it looks like.
And she's off. Big lead for Toya. I believe it's Anne-Marie Hanner for the Rabs on the third leg. This is Shantoria Hurd's third race of the night. Hanner is off.
With a bit of a lead.
Large lead.
Yeah, large.
Thanks to her partner, Hurd.
Take your time.
Sorry, I think I.
Thanks to Shantoria Hurd.
Yeah. Hanner extending that lead coming in to the middle of the turn. Out of turn 4, Hanner with a large lead. The last leg is Partain. Partain's off.
Making the gap even bigger.
And the second handoff has just happened. Partain was in the middle of turn 1 and 2 by the time the second handoff had already happened. That's about a 50-meter lead. Now in turn 3, Partain still has a massive lead. About 75 to 100 meters ahead of the opposition.
You can tell she's tired, but it will all be worth it.
She's slowing down. Her opposition's not. She is rolling. But I just don't think there's enough track left. And Partain takes the win for the Rabs. They will move on to the area meet here in Atlanta. Third place, that will be Queen City. And there's a pass late. New Boston passes late. Gets fourth place.
That was a good race.
4:15 is the unofficial winning time.
The final race of the evening will be the Varsity Boys 4x400. A reminder to everyone on the field to stay behind the road. Stay behind the road. Running in lane 2, the Varsity Boys 4x400 relay.
So shortly we will have the official results of the varsity girls 4x4.
Lane 6, Redwater. Lane 7, Paul Cool.
Stacy Darty is going to be the first leg for the Rabs. Second leg will be Isaiah Chandler. Here is the varsity girls 4x400 meter relay results.
We have Atlanta in first with 4 minutes and 16 seconds, .88. DeKalb in second with 4:20.80. Queen City in third with 4:30.15. New Boston in fourth with 4:36.90. Hooks in 5th with 437.65. Redwater in 6th with 438.58. Paul Pewitt in 7th with 443.54.
There you go. So Atlanta with a 4-second win is that's pretty impressive.
A lot can happen in 4 seconds.
Running for DeKalb in second place was Rosenthal, and in first place for the team of 16.8 seconds, Ordner, Hannah, third, Warner, and Clark third.
You know what would be crazy is if we had a band for a track meet.
Oh yeah, that would change the whole game.
Stand tunes while they're out there sprinting their life away.
Or we could do like a what is that movie? The shark movie where they're like.
That's Jaws.
Yeah, Jaws. Yeah, sorry. The band could play that.
And they're off. Stacy Darty starting strong. All the boys starting strong. Big lead for the number 8 lane. And Bard still cheering on his teammates. The inside lane is going to come in handy for the Rabs here.
Looks like the whole crowd is standing up cheering now.
And that might be a DQ as he left his lane. He left his lane too early. He cannot leave his lane on the first lap. I'm not sure what that will be for them. They may not call it. New Boston is rolling.
Yeah.
But Isaiah Chandler says, rolling, I'm rolling. Isaiah Chandler said ka-chow and goodbye.
Right there, right beside him, trying to get ahead. Can't quite get there. He's almost there.
Peanut to Brandon Wells is the third leg, excuse me, and he is rolling. But so is New Boston. This is tight. He's just trying to find a way around him, and there he goes. Hello and goodbye.
There he goes. He's creating.
He signed the check, checked it, cashed it, and gone.
There he goes. He's slowly making that gap bigger.
And now the last leg. Here it comes. Most important leg.
Elijah Riojas.
Riojas. Can he hold it? New Boston slowing down, slow on the handoff.
There we go. That gap has definitely gotten bigger.
Riojas has to finish strong. Not even to 3 minutes yet.
Wow.
Don't count New Boston out, though. They're quickly approaching.
Charles. Donna.
At this point, the Rolling Stones are irrelevant. Now it's the Rolling Rabs.
Running Rabs.
Riojas crosses the line at 3:24. Great speed from all the Rabs. Really close throughout the first runs and then pulled away on the Brandon Wells leg.
And you always need that fast runner in between to, get you back. And there we go.
I mean, he was outrunning the top speed of my Toyota Camry. It was like, you know, when Babe Ruth hits a home run going, and he was gone, but minus the going, he was just gone.
Oh. This guy's funny. Well, that was an amazing track meet. Definitely one to watch.
An amazing meet, and congratulations to all the team that qualified for the area meet here in Atlanta. That'll be next Wednesday, right here on Rabbit TV. We will get the time shortly for the boys 400 meter, 4x400 meter. After that, we will have to sign off here. And here are the times. First,
Atlanta with 3 minutes, 24 seconds, .93. New Boston in second with 331.06. Queen City in third with 331.85. Paulpue in fourth with 338.28. Hooks in fifth with 338.27. Redwater in sixth with 339.86. Wow.
Great running by everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably did that faster than I could do a lap.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's been a joy. We want to thank our sponsors, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. They make your retirement an adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com. Red River Lumber, their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. And we want to remind you to shop local. Shopping locally not only improves the environment around you, it also improves your local relationships. My name is Jackson Dillinger.
My name is Mariah Moctezuma.
From the Rabbit TV crew to you, we thank you. Good night.